Sometimes the most dangerous people aren't strangers. They're the ones who already know everything about you. I'm going to keep some details intentionally vague, not to hide the truth, but to protect everyone involved. I have a female relative who has finally walked away from someone she was involved with for over a decade. For years, everyone around her knew she shouldn't be with him. Friends tried, family tried, but eventually people stopped pushing, hoping she would see the truth on her own. They broke up many times before. Each time, things somehow reset. Until this last time, when he went too far. After the breakup, he threatened her. He told her that unless she paid him a specific amount of money, he would report her to a government agency, the one responsible for licensing in the industry they both work in. She didn't give him the money, and unbelievably, he followed through on the threat. He reported her for violations that were completely imagined. None of the claims are true, and eventually the truth will come out. But damage doesn't need to be permanent to still be damaging. At the time, he also had access to her customer database. He contacted some of her clients, spreading more false claims, trying to create confusion and distrust. She does have a lawyer. Legal steps are already in motion, but these things take time. A cease and desist order won't happen overnight, and until then, there's fear he may keep trying to cause trouble. What makes this even harder is that he has a long history of his own serious issues. This is not the first time a restraining order has been granted against him. It's the second. In a previous relationship, he faced a domestic violence charge and was placed on probation. Another incident was later reduced to a disturbing the peace conviction. For years, he hasn't paid income taxes. In his professional life, there are questionable business actions, things that could legitimately cost him his license. He appears to owe money to multiple people. He's moved repeatedly, often due to evictions. Whenever we were out together, something always felt off. Either he needed to split a bill across multiple credit cards, or, right when the check arrived, he'd suddenly get an important phone call and step outside. At least once, he was fired from a job due to inappropriate relationships in the workplace. When you put all of it together, the picture becomes very clear. Right now, the priority isn't revenge. It isn't anger. It's protection. The concern is simple: how to stop someone like this from continuing to cause harm while the legal process slowly catches up. Because sometimes, walking away isn't enough when the other person refuses to let go. We've been together for about 6 months now, and for a while, I've been quietly questioning whether this relationship is really right for me. It didn't start all at once. It started with small moments that slowly began to hurt more than I expected. On my birthday, he arrived late. I try not to let that bother me. Things happen. I told myself to be understanding. When he finally showed up, he was holding a cake. And honestly, I was grateful at first because my own family hadn't gotten me one. It meant something to me, or at least, I wanted it to. But then I noticed the flavor. It was chocolate. The one flavor I've mentioned again and again that I truly don't like. I didn't say anything. I smiled and told myself, at least he tried. For effort, right? My birthday was just a few days before Christmas. So part of me hoped maybe he had something planned for that instead. We met the day before Christmas since we were both spending the actual day with our families. And that's when it really hit me. He gave me nothing. No card, no small gift, not even something simple. I felt hurt, deeper than I expected, because whenever I had the chance, I always tried to give him something. On trips, I'd bring him back a little gift. On his birthday and Christmas, I carefully put things together for him: shirts, handmade items, things chosen with thought. He has given me gifts before, but never something he really planned. I could count every gift he's ever given me on one hand. The first gift he ever gave me was a beaded bracelet, but even that wasn't actually meant for me. When we met after his trip, he told me he forgot my gift at home, and instead took off the bracelet he had bought for himself and handed it to me. At the time, I was genuinely happy. I didn't question it. He has given me gifts before, but never something he really planned. I could count every gift he's ever given me on one hand. The first gift he ever gave me was a beaded bracelet, but even that wasn't actually meant for me. When we met after his trip, he told me he forgot my gift at home, and instead took off the bracelet he had bought for himself and handed it to me. At the time, I was genuinely happy. I didn't question it. So, that pen was supposedly meant to be my Christmas gift. But December came, and during our Christmas meetup, there was still nothing. I gave him my gift, and like usual, he said he had gotten me something, but forgot to bring it again. After we ate, we walked around the mall. We noticed a store having a sale, went inside, looked around. Then he told me, "Just pick a shirt. I'll pay for it. That can be your gift." I know I should have been grateful, and part of me tried to be, but another part of me felt quietly disappointed. It wasn't about the money. It was about the thought. Even the pen, the one gift he supposedly planned, I've still never seen it to this day. I tried to convince myself that maybe he's just bad at giving gifts. So I did something to make myself feel better. I bought myself a necklace. I told myself, I don't need material things from him. I can buy them myself. I should just appreciate his company, because he is generally nice and laid back. But now, every time I look at that necklace, I'm reminded that he never thought to get me something like it. And the gifts aren't the only thing. There are other issues, like his sense of humor, which sometimes comes off as insensitive, and when I call him out on it, he brushes it off as just a joke or says he gets a pass. I keep wondering if I'm overthinking everything. This is the longest relationship I've ever been in. I've usually been very focused on my education. Our families know each other. A lot of people in my life know him. He's very social. Everyone seems to like him. And that makes this harder. I keep asking myself, am I being greedy? Am I being selfish? Or am I simply noticing that effort matters to me and I'm not really receiving it? I don't need expensive gifts. I don't need grand gestures. I just wanted to feel considered. I'm writing this while sitting on the bathroom floor, not because I'm sick, but because I'm hiding from pure embarrassment. I honestly need to get this off my chest because my brain feels like it's melting. My girlfriend and I have been together for 3 years, and she is one of the most thoughtful people I've ever known. She remembers everything, important dates, my friends' names, the foods I love, and the ones I absolutely hate. Me? My mind feels like a web browser with 50 tabs open, and half of them are frozen. Because I know this about myself. I promised I would do things right this year. 2 months ago, I bought her the perfect anniversary gift. A rare, vintage, first edition copy of The Princess Bride, her favorite book of all time. It wasn't easy to find, and when I finally bought it, I felt proud of myself for once. Since I bought it so early, I decided to hide it somewhere safe so she wouldn't accidentally find it while cleaning. I remember telling myself, this place is perfect, there's no way I'll forget this. Well, fast forward to our anniversary. We had a quiet, romantic dinner at home. She gave me her gift first, a beautiful watch engraved with our initials. I actually teared up a little, it meant that much to me. Then it was my turn. I walked into the bedroom to grab her gift, and suddenly my mind went completely blank. No memory, no image, nothing. I checked the closet, nothing. Under the bed, nothing. Inside random drawers, nothing. At one point, I even checked the freezer, completely desperate. For 20 minutes, I told her I was in the bathroom, but really, I was tearing the apartment apart in silence, panic building with every second. I couldn't walk back to her empty-handed, not after the thoughtful gift she just gave me. So, I did something I'm not proud of. I walked out, looked her in the eyes, and lied. I told her, your gift is really special. I had to order it from overseas, but there was a shipping delay, it should arrive next week. She didn't get angry. She didn't accuse me of anything. She smiled, hugged me, and said the intention mattered more than the gift. And somehow that made me feel even worse. Because the truth is, her gift is already here. inside this apartment somewhere. Now I'm on a countdown. I have 1 week to find that book before she starts wondering why there's no tracking number and no package on the way. The scariest part? This isn't a one-time thing. I forget small things all the time, where I put my keys, important dates, even things I genuinely care about. And now I'm terrified that one day, she'll stop believing that I care, when in reality, I care too much. My brain just doesn't always cooperate. So now I'm stuck with one question. Do I tell her the truth and admit I lost the gift inside our own home? Or do I spend the next week turning this place upside down, hoping I find it in time? Because I never wanted to hurt her. I just wanted to do something right, and somehow still managed to mess it up. Sometimes caring deeply isn't the problem. Sometimes learning how to manage ourselves is. If this story made you think, or reminded you of someone you know, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Reddit Reality USA for more real human stories.